The call didn't even last 20 seconds. Your daughter has 20 days to pack. We're expecting a real child now. Click. No emotion. No stammer. Just poison. Spoken in that smug, suburban drone. I never stopped resenting. He ended it. Like I was a telemarketer, not the man, whose child he'd just cast out. I sat there, stunned, for 5 long minutes. Then I picked up the phone. Paul, I told my lawyer. Remember that clause in the custody agreement? It's time we put it to work. I met Miranda when we were both 24. I was fresh out of the academy. No savings, no safety net. She had generational wealth. That polished smile, parents, who looked down their noses like it was instinct. Still, she chose me, or I thought she did. Sophie came 2 years later. Our brightest light in a fading world. She had my eyes, my fire, and her mother's grin. When Miranda walked out, I didn't want war. But she wanted the whole battlefield. She aimed for full custody. Dragged me to court like it was her hobby. Spent more than some people earn in a year. Didn't matter. The judge saw the truth. Split custody, clean down the middle. Still, Sophie leaned toward her mother's place. Bigger room. Better zip code. Who could blame her? Kids don't measure love in rent prices. But they do understand comfort. Then came Darren. Or as Sophie nicknamed him, the stiff. Quick to move in, quicker to put a ring on it. Investment banker. Sharp jaw. Sharper suits. Looked at me like I was broken merchandise. Saw Sophie as part of the furniture. Little red flags started popping up. Sophie started bringing her own lunch. Said Darren didn't like snacking. Then some of her favorite books vanished. Fantasy novels, all gone. Gives girls the wrong ideas, he told her. I kept my mouth shut. But I kept records. The night she broke down in my truck. She told me Darren said she wasn't his real family. That she should be grateful he tolerated her. I took her for ice cream. Told her monsters lose power when we stop believing them. I went home and got serious. Cameras outside. Journal entries. Each page dated, documented. Not for court. For clarity. For truth. Then I reread our custody agreement. Like it was holy text. And there it was. Buried on page 17. Any action to remove the minor. From the primary home without prior notice. Without offering the father first refusal. Triggers an immediate review favoring the father. My lawyer Paul had slipped that line in. Miranda never noticed. She'd never read beyond the headlines. But now it mattered. 20 days. That's what they gave my daughter. No conversation. No explanation. Just exile. Miranda didn't even pick up the phone. She let Darren play executioner. Her silence was its own betrayal. So I stayed quiet too, but mine had teeth. Within 48 hours, Paul filed the motion. Emergency hearing. Temporary full custody request. Clause circled in red. Darren's email. We're having a real baby now. Attached on top. Exhibit A. That Friday, I picked up Sophie like it was routine. Made her pancakes. Let her sleep in. Took her to the bookstore. Said yes to every book she wanted. She smiled like she hadn't in weeks. The kind of smile that starts in the soul. The hearing was Tuesday. They didn't see it coming. Miranda walked in on Darren's arm. Like he was her accessory. She looked perfect, but there was a crack behind her eyes. Maybe she suspected. Maybe not. Paul did most of the talking. Custody clauses. Stability. Emotional neglect. Then I stood. Handed over the folder. Timestamps. Quotes. Photos. Drawings Sophie made. One labeled, me and Dad's house safe. Another, Mom's house cold and quiet. The judge went quiet for 20 long seconds. Then spoke. I'm awarding temporary full custody to the father. Effective immediately. The clause is valid. The behavior unacceptable. We will reconvene in 90 days. To assess the child's emotional state. Miranda's face went pale. Darren's jaw clenched, but he stayed silent. He didn't have to speak. His shame said enough. Sophie moved in that week. Her room was already set up. Had been for a while. I didn't gloat. Didn't post. Revenge isn't for crowds. It's for peace. But I sent Darren a little box. Inside, a baby rattle still wrapped. And a note. Make sure your real baby never learns to read. They might discover what kind of man you really are. Miranda tried to call. I let it ring. Then blocked her. She made her choice. And choices echo. That night, Sophie asked if she could repaint her room. I said yes. She picked a soft green. Hung up stars that glow in the dark. Filled the shelves with every book she'd been told was too much. She reads late, Eats happily, laughs louder now. She's safe. I don't need thanks. Don't need redemption. Just the sound of her soft breathing down the hall. At the academy, they taught us, never strike until the case is airtight. Turns out, that's not just for the job. That's for life. Because the best revenge? It's not loud. It's forever.